Well, hello there. This is as close as I can get to the Newcastle city centre. I'm in Exhibition Park, but this is Likely Lads country, isn't it? So this is it was an appropriate moment to just capture a bit of the landscape. Almost finished watching the Likely Lads. So I've got two monochrome episodes to watch. I'd say my favourite of the monochrome episodes I've watched has been Last of the Big Spenders, which had Wanda Ventham and Wendy Richards in it, guest starring. I absolutely loved that episode. It was brilliant. I really enjoyed the film as well. I hadn't seen the film, and me and my wife watched it, and it was brilliant. I mean, the transfer from Network was absolutely brilliant. You would not think it was a 47-year-old film, but the transfer was absolutely amazing. But really enjoyed the film, and it was obviously, they didn't do a third series, so this is what we got. So I have had a delivery. It is Likely Lads month, and so this is the Likely Lads. This is a Network DVD release. It came out in 2019. This is a Network DVD release. It came out in 2019. So it has the film from 1976, which I've never seen. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this. I know it's been on TV lots of times over the years, and it's meant to be really, really good. Never seen it. But the fascinating thing about this release as well is the fact that it's got two monochrome episodes on from the 1960s TV series. So originally, BBC brought out the Likely Lads box set that had 8 monochrome surviving episodes on from the 1960s TV series. This has got another 2 that have been found since then: A Star Is Born and Faraway Places. So you can't get them commercially anywhere else, and apparently they've been remastered. So I'll open it up. So it's the 16th of January now, and I have watched all of series 1 of Whatever Happened to the Likely Lads, and today I've been watching Entente Cordiale, the very first episode of the 1960s TV series The Likely Lads. And I tell you what, I'm absolutely loving the original series. Really, really enjoying it. If you've never seen it, I'm really enjoying it. So I've just took the cellophane off that. So there's the cover. You can still get this on networkdvd.net. Oh, it's got a booklet in it. Ooh, I'll have a look at that in a minute. So there you go. On the left there has got the mention of the monochrome episodes, and then I've just noticed on there, if you take the disc out, it's got remastering notes on the feature and also the episode. It says there were newly discovered 16mm prints. The prints were 405 line telerecordings. So it sounds like the film should look and sound fantastic as well. But look at this lovely little booklet. So there you go. I'll just show you a couple of pages. You get this with the DVD as well. Absolutely fantastic. This is great, and all with production notes. This is brilliant. I wasn't expecting this at all. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the film. As I say, about halfway through the month, and it's just such an enjoyable series still. So I've got 9 monochrome episodes left, and I've got the second series of Whatever Happened to the Likely Lads Christmas special and the film. It's a busy second half of the month. I'll keep you posted. Right then, back from Newcastle. So I have the Likely Lads Network release there with the film and the most recent 2 monochrome finds, and the Likely Lads collection BBC DVD box. So I'll be referring to both of these. If you haven't got them, definitely worth picking up. So we'll refer to them. So let's start with the monochrome series, which ran on BBC 2 between December 1964 and July 1966. 20 episodes were made and just 10 survive. 8 episodes out of the ones that survive are on this box set. 2 are on that. So there you go. 8 plus 2 is 10. I've even found on YouTube the Christmas Night with the Stars 1964 sketch that they did just literally after the show started. It's I don't think it's been commercially released, but it is really funny. I really liked it, and it would have made a great DVD extra as well. Last of the Big Spenders, recovered in 2001, is on this box set. And I'd say it's one of my favourites. It's got guest stars Wendy Richard, of course, Are You Being Served EastEnders, Wanda Ventham, who went on to be in Only Fools and Horses, Cassandra's mum, and Michael Sheard, of course, who you'd probably remember from, well, I'll Be the Same Pet stands out for me. Then you've got on the network release, you've got A Star Is Born, which is one of the monochrome finds. This is a great episode. Will Bob and Terry enter a talent contest? Well, you'll have to find out, but I really enjoyed that episode. And I'd say that the picture quality and the sound quality is far more superior on the network releases compared to the BBC. But obviously, this BBC one was released back in 2006, and the network one was released back in 2019. So I suppose you've got 13 years of remastering kind of technology that's been made since. So yeah. Faraway Places with the other episode on the network release. Again, an enjoyable episode. Bob and Terry trying to save up for a foreign holiday. But let's just say one of them is working harder than the other one. But then we've got Whatever Happened to the Likely Lads. So you've got two series, 26 episodes were made, plus a Christmas special. Series 1 has pretty much a continuous storyline if you haven't seen it. Bob and Thelma are about to get married and Terry arrives back from the army. Strangers on a Train is a brilliant opening episode. And let's remember, it's 6.5 years since the last episode was transmitted. It's a brilliant opener. Just moving on, look out for the opening and closing credits, because I'd never noticed this until I watched The Likely Lads in January and February 2023. First billing in Whatever Happened to the Likely Lads was alternated. So with each episode. So 1 week, Rodney Bewes might get top billing. And then the following week, James Boland was. So they'd alternate. And then whoever was top billing at the start, so let's say Rodney Bewes was top billing in the opening credits, then he would get second billing in the end credits. Have a look. Once you've noticed it, that's it. I never knew that until 2023. Of course, how can we forget the episode No Hiding Place, where they're trying to avoid the score of the football match? And you might know what happens at the end. It doesn't matter if you've seen it and you know the ending. It's still one of the best episodes, I'd say, out of the entire Whatever Happened to the Likely Lads run. Ant and Dec remade the episode in 2002, and their episode featured Rodney Bewes in a cameo, playing an old newspaper seller. The Old Magic was another great episode from Series 1, I thought. But another of my favourites has to be from Series 2, Affairs and Relations, which features a guest appearance from Bill Owen, playing Thelma's dad. It's a brilliant episode. Bill Owen in quite a few episodes, actually. But he plays a great role as Thelma's dad, and I did enjoy Affairs and Relations. For me, I would say the 1974 Christmas special was a bit of a letdown. Now, Bob seems to have a personality transplant since the end of the second series. In the series, he talks about other women, Rodney Bewes' character, even though he talks about him. He remembers he's married, and in the end, I got the impression anyway that it's just all talk with him. Maybe you don't agree. Tell me what you think. I just thought that his personality just changed that a little bit in the Christmas special. I always thought that he remained loyal to Thelma. But in the Christmas special, Bob ends up kissing and cuddling an old girlfriend. Anyway, thoughts, please. The BBC decided not to recommission a third series of the show because Dick Clement and Ian LaFrenne had written a pilot for a Ronnie Barker series, 7 of 1. In 1973, their pilot that they wrote was Prisoner and Escort, which got commissioned as a series, which of course was Porridge. So the BBC decided that out of 7 of 1, they wanted to commission Prisoner and Escort to a full series. Porridge debuted in 1974, in autumn 1974, and it ran for 3 series. So it made it impossible to schedule a further series of The Likely Lads. So instead, Clement and Frenet began to develop a one-off script which became The Likely Lads feature film, which was eventually made in 1976. We didn't get a series 3 of Whatever Happened to The Likely Lads. This was their goodbye. The film. I really enjoyed the 1976 film, which until 2023 I had never seen, and it's been on TV loads of times over the years, but never seen it. But brilliant picture quality on this DVD, absolutely brilliant quality on the network release. And in a similar storyline to probably a lot of 70s sitcom spin-off films, Bob and Terry decide to go on holiday. Are You Being Served like that? George and Mildred, I think they go on a holiday as well, don't they? You can argue On the Buses always has a bit of a holiday theme. You've got Holiday on the Buses, which is one of my favourites. But anyway, Bob, Thelma, Terry and Christina, Terry's girlfriend at the start of the film at least, go off on holiday. And I mentioned Bob's personality change in the 1974 Christmas special. Well, it was obviously intentional from Clement and LaFrene because it continues in this film. And Bob and Thelma separate again. And whilst in Whitley Bay, Bob's trying to get with the daughter of a landlady at the hotel they're staying at. So it was obviously an intentional move, by the writers. But as I say, let me know what you think. Look out for an appearance in the film by Vicky Michelle, who of course went on to be Yvette in Allo Allo as well. So there you go, 38 episodes and one film, all watched. Whatever happens to the Like Lads has recently been repeated on That's TV, and it's on ITVX. I know it's available to stream, including the Christmas special. There are minimal lines and storylines, especially I'd say in the monochrome episodes, which might well raise a few eyebrows now in 2023. But I have really enjoyed watching the series. And for further reading, then take a look at that link there, and I'll put it in the description. There is a fascinating article by Graham McCann about the relationship between Rodney Bewes and James Bolam. You might have read things over the years, but have you had all the information? Well, I tell you what, it's a brilliant article by Graham McCann. I cannot take credit for it, but have a look for some further reading. So there you go. That is the Likely Lads all covered. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.